and welcome to day 23 of our 30-day Learn to Sew challenge, which is also part 3 of our Burkett pattern tutorial. I hope you're excited because today we are going to assemble the bag. So let's begin. First, we're going to round the bottom corners of the back, front, and each of the lining panels. So position a standard spool of thread in the bottom corner of one of the exterior panels. You can use a standard ink pen if you'd like, because this marking is going to be cut off. And you'll simply trace the outer edge of the spool, position in the opposite corner, and also trace. Then take your scissors and cut along the marked line, and that will round the bottom corner. Then you'll repeat for the front panel and each lining panel. And to quickly cut the corners of the lining, I have each piece layered together and aligned all the edges. I'll just trace the top layer, then cut both layers at the same time. Next, with right sides together, align all edges and seams of the exterior front and back panels and clip the edges together. At the machine, you'll sew the sides and bottom edges together with 3/8 inch seam allowance. As you reach the curved edge, stop sewing with the needle down, raise the presser foot, and adjust as you sew around the curved edge. So take a couple stitches, and then you can adjust again to maintain your seam allowance. Next, with right sides together, you'll align all edges of the lining panels and pin together. And this time, you're going to sew the sides and bottom edge with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, but you're going to leave an opening at the bottom edge to turn the bag right side out later. So what I like to do is mark that opening so that way I know to stop and then restart at those marks. After sewing, turn the lining right side out. So separate the layers and just push the fabric. So the right side of the fabric is facing outward. Then you're going to insert the lining into the exterior. So the right sides should be facing each other. And you're gonna align the top edges and side seams, and you can pin this together. So what I like to do is align the side seams first. And I recommend to either finger press the seams open or press one to the right and press the opposite to the left. So that way the seams nest and help distribute some of that bulk. And then you'll continue to pin around the remaining top edges. And the reason why we used a deeper seam allowance on the lining is so that way the lining is a bit smaller than the exterior and it fits nice and snug inside our bag. If you find that you need to stretch the lining a little bit, that's okay. It's much better to have to ease it in than to have excess lining fabric. Next, we're going to sew around the entire top edge with 3/8 inch seam allowance. If your machine has a removable attachment, remove the accessory tray from the machine. So that way you expose the free arm of the machine. And it's a lot easier to take your bag and place it over the free arm to sew around this circular top edge. Make sure to backstitch and sew around the entire top edge with 3/8 inch seam allowance. Now we're ready to turn the bag right side out. So first, reach in and grab the lining. Then begin by reaching into the turning opening. Grab the bottom seam or bottom corner of the exterior and pull that through first, and use your thumbs to push the bag through the turning opening. Then you're going to turn the raw edges of the turning opening to the wrong side and align the folded edges, and you can hand sew this turning opening closed or take it to the machine and just do a straight line of stitching an 1/8 inch from the folded edges. Then you can smooth the lining down into the exterior And make sure the drawstring casing is at the very top edge. And you can press this at your ironing board, or you can add a few pins to help keep the layers flat and even. But now you're going to top stitch around the top edge with a 1/4 inch seam allowance from the top seam. And I recommend to start towards a side seam, not necessarily in the center, because when you do your back stitching, you'll see those back stitch marks. Otherwise, you could always back stitch in place. Since I'm using a lighter mid-tone thread color, I'm going to look for a mid-tone in my fabric and start in that section to kind of help hide those back stitches. I hope you're enjoying how quickly this bag is coming together and learning lots of tips along the way. In tomorrow's video, we are going to finish this project. I'll show you how to attach a drawstring, which will complete your bag. I'll see you then.